aim to be the best in the world.
Why, Eddie, why?
I'm better than you.
My eyes are red. I was in the back smoking a joint with Van Damme.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am your boy, Stevie Jobber.
And I'm your boy, Dangerous Duke.
And welcome back to the Dangerous Jobbers podcast, putting wrestling over one podcast at a time.
Boom! There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a special one for you this week. We are doing another rendition of a previous one that we have done. Which wrestler would you? Now, basically how this goes, if this is your first time seeing this one, basically how we do it is I will ask a question to Stevie and ask him, which wrestler would, etc. And then he has to give his answer. And then he's going to ask me a question, which wrestler would I, etc. And then I'm going to answer. And we're going to do a back and forth, pick each other's brains and see what kind of serious stuff we can come up with, what kind of funny stuff we can come up with, and all in general, just make it entertaining for y'all. Mm-hmm. So I think with that being said, we might as well just dive right in. Do you want me to kick this one off?
Absolutely, man. Tell me what it is. What would I?
All right. So which wrestler would you pick as your leading man or woman in a movie franchise?
Easy one. This is actually pretty easy. Batista.
Do
they have to be current?
Yeah, let's say they got to be current.
If it has to be current, leading man
or woman, leading man or woman.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Roman.
Roman?
That sounds like a cheap answer, but it's not. Like, the only person that's been doing close to really movie stuff is Roman. Maybe Roman or Bo Dallas. Roman or Bo Dallas.
Okay, I'll accept the double answer.
Yeah, because Roman's been doing nothing but cinema, and Bo Dallas is very cinematic in nature.
Okay, and I'm assuming two different genres of movie franchise.
Totally. If I'm doing horror, I'm definitely gonna go Bo Dallas. If I'm doing like Gladiator 3, then I'm probably gonna choose Roman Reigns.
Okay. I respect that.
All right, I got one for you. Very funny. Who would you bet on to win Ninja Warrior?
Ooh, okay. Now, is it cheap if I say Casey Catanzaro?
Yes, it is cheap if you say Casey Catanzaro.
Okay, so I will not say Casey Catanzaro.
They cannot be a former Ninja Warrior.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with question. Do they have to be in WWE?
They do not.
Can they be on the indies?
They can be on the indies.
Okay, so that makes my choice a little bit easier then. So I am gonna go with John Morrison.
Oh, that's a great choice.
I'm gonna go John Morrison, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact, Johnny Elite, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, the dude is freakishly athletic. He does parkour in his spare time. So we're going to go with him. And if that was still a cheating answer, Ninja Warrior, I'll pick Io Sky just to add on to it.
I like those choices. I think Io Sky get it done. It's hard to choose which guys have you think have good grip strength. I feel like Ninja Warrior is mostly grip strength.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be kind of tall. You might have to be kind of tall. You can't be a short guy. There's just certain obstacles that doesn't work out for you.
Yeah, and I think Morrison can lock that in. And he's already done not to say Ninja Warrior is a reality show, but he's done TV stuff already with Survivor. So I think he could do Ninja Warrior with his parkour background too. All right, so my next one for you. Which wrestler do you want as your sibling,
That's
brother
my
or sister?
sibling.
Brother or sister?
It's my sibling. Who do I want as my sibling? Who have I looked at and been like, that'd be uh does it have to be WWE?
No.
Oh, okay, great. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Oh, man, stop. This is funny. I think I might go Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods?
Yeah, I feel like I could always mooch off him for good games. You know what I'm saying? I was for a minute. I was like, maybe I should pick a brother I can smoke with, but
Hey, you never know. You might be able to smoke with Woods.
you might be able to. He has done some crazy things in the past. We won't talk about. That's my brother. No, but yeah. I'm gonna choose X. I feel like he's always gonna have the new system. You know what I mean? He's always gonna be onto that new thing. He might, if you really want it, he might slide you that money for the DLC. He's
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be pretty trustworthy. Just don't put a complex on him. He is known to get a little testy, my brother. So there's that part. But yeah, I think I'll choose X. I think X is a great choice as a brother.
Okay.
Um, who would you trust? What wrestler would you trust as a getaway driver?
Which wrestler would I trust as a getaway driver? I'll tell you who I'm not trusting. Either one of the Usos.
Yo, why did I think the same thing? I didn't want to say it. You said it. I didn't say it. But I was definitely gonna
Uh,
say not one of the Usos.
as a getaway driver. Um, you know what? I'm probably gonna get looked at funny for this,
Okay.
but when I think of somebody that I feel like would be a good getaway driver, surprisingly, um, I'm going current.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Darby Allin.
Darby Allin.
Is it
Oh,
bad?
you know what? That
Is it
might be a good
bad?
choice.
Is it bad that Darby Allin was the first name that came to mind when it came to getaway driver?
I mean, when you think reckless, you think Darby. I don't know if I
Yeah,
think Darby after robbing something and needing a getaway driver, but I do think of like reckless and Darby Allin.
like we just need to get out as fast as we can, just like floor it and get out. But I think I'm gonna have to go with Darby on that because I feel like Darby would and if we're in like a bigger car that can ram through some stuff, then yeah, definitely Darby.
I can see
Uh,
that. I can see Darby being a great choice for that kind of thing. I ain't
because
gonna hold you.
I thought of the movie Baby Driver, and for some reason Darby Allin was the first person to pop in
Darby
my
Allin.
head.
Darby
So
came to your mind when you thought Baby Driver?
yeah, so we're gonna take Darby Allin there.
You talking to me? All right, that's good. I'm not mad at Darby. There was some. I thought you would say The Rock. Fast and Furious or something. But
No, no,
no.
no.
All
We
right, I
don't
like Darby.
we don't need Dwayne there. All right. So this one kind of a little more of a serious one for us.
Okay.
Which wrestler would you tell they need to move on to greener pastures?
Hmm. Like you're done. Like time is up.
Like, yeah, whether it's going to another company or going into movies, like it doesn't have to necessarily be bad, but which wrestler would you say, hey, it's probably that time you venture out and do something else?
Mm. Hmm. Who do I look at and go, yeah, this ain't it? Everyone's doing so good now. It's kind of hard to think about. I'm searching AEW. I'm searching WWE. Everyone seems like they have so much potential, though. Is there anybody in TNA? Man, that's tough. Oh man, who do I say that to? Who do I say that to? Who needs to move on? I don't know, man. That's a tough choice. Because I'm trying to think of who I've looked at and been like, it's over. Like, it's not necessarily like your career's over, but like whatever you're doing right now is just not clicking. Aleister Black.
Okay.
You know, there was recently a thing where people thought he was retiring, and he was kind of like, I don't know why people keep these rumors keep circulating, or these things keep coming up every time I do one of these spots. But honestly, Alistair, like it's probably because it's what we all want. We all kind of want this whole thing to be done. Like at the start of it, it was great, but as it went on, we all just kind of realized there was more or less going to be filler for everyone else. And it's kind of as great as
Mm-hmm.
the wrestling was, is kind of a waste of space as a gimmick, because you're wasting a really good gimmick and really good guys on something that is not accumulating in gold, um, or relevancy of like serious status. Even though everybody knows all three of you are very good, it's not producing anything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it'd probably be much more fruitful to go anywhere else. Um, I feel like almost instantaneously you jump the card. I think WWE remembers you much more than we might give it credit for, especially the impact you had now that we're in a Triple H era. I think you going to TNA, like PCO's the dead guy in TNA. Imagine that being Aleister Black. Like immediately the possibilities are so much further, so much higher. Um yeah, I think maybe Aleister Black. Maybe I tell Aleister Black, hey, it's time to try something else. Try to
Okay.
go somewhere else. You know, even if you don't hang it up, you'd probably be much more successful. You could even go to Japan and probably be much more over than you are. Like at this point,
I respect it.
maybe even CMLL. Like it could even. I don't want to go that far, but it might be. I mean, that kind of a character, it might go over. It might go over pretty well.
Okay.
Here's one for you. What wrestler would you pick to beat Kurt Angle in a fight?
Pick to beat Kurt Angle in a fight. Now, are we talking like his last match?
No, I mean like in a fight. like
Oh, like in
like
an
Kurt Angle
actual.
was going crazy backstage. Who are we getting in the locker room to shut him down?
Oh God, and he's got to be active.
Yeah, this ain't
Oh,
one of those old guys in the back from like his time. Like, no, who on the
oh,
roster right now today are you being like that guy could go toe to toe with Kurt and win?
oh God.
This is tough.
Um,
I didn't even begin to think about who this would be. I just was like, this is a great question. And the people can answer this too while he's thinking about it. Who do you think would beat Kurt Angle in a fight today?
Kurt Angle versus somebody today. Um, See, and they had a competition when they were younger, and Kurt still won.
That's the tough part. There's no one. There's no. I don't think there's anyone really proven to have beaten Kurt Angle ever. Run for his money, maybe. Tough day, maybe, but not win. Never win.
Yeah, see, and that's the tough part. Because there's names you could throw out there. Like you could say Chad, but even then, because Chad has the wrestling background to
Yeah,
combat it.
he might go a couple minutes.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of like actual collegiate wrestlers that can compete. And that are still active. Bo's getting dog walked.
Yeah.
Woods is getting walked. Chad might hold his own. Dolph is getting walked.
Totally. And he's a great wrestler, Dolph. But the strength, maybe Shelton.
Maybe Shelton.
I'll toss you that one. I don't want to help you too much, but
okay, you know what?
Shelton.
You know what? I'm gonna say this and hear me out, okay? I'm gonna go Bobby Lashley.
Bobby.
I'm gonna say Bobby because one, Bobby is a collegiate wrestler.
He is.
Two, Bobby was an Army wrestling champion. 3, Bobby has MMA experience. And technically, Bobby is still active.
And he never lost.
Yeah. So I would think Perk Angle. I'm gonna go with, and Bobby has the size advantage.
Bobby does have a size advantage.
And I would say Bobby, the one person to give Kurt a little bit of a run for his money as Perk Angle was Brock.
And Bobby's probably the closest thing you got to that.
Bobby's the closest thing to Brock without saying Brock. And I think Bobby is slightly more nimble than Brock Lesnar.
I would say. Maybe not when Brock was doing shooting star presses, but definitely now.
Yeah, like he's a little more explosive than Brock. Definitely. So I'm going to take Bobby on this one. It's a tough one, but I'm going to take Bobby Lashley.
That's fair. Part of me thought maybe Moxley if they don't keep it wrestling, but
yeah, like if we're taking it to the streets, then it's probably a whole different ball game. But I was thinking like who can combat that.
I'm not thinking stand and bang, but I'm thinking on like a backstage fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bobby.
Yeah. It's probably the best pick you could come up with.
Which wrestler do you trust to book from start to end an entire pay-per-view?
That's current?
That's currently active.
Start to finish. Book a show. It's cohesive. This shouldn't be so hard, right? But whose judgment do you trust? Okay, I got one name, but I'm trying to see if there's a better candidate than that. I'm searching TNA. I'm not finding anything as far as current stars. There's a lot of young guys in TNA.
I was gonna say, remember, this is your opinion.
It's true. In my opinion, because I don't know. I don't trust a lot of these guys to care about booking. That's the problem. Like, I'm trying to find somebody I know that's gonna care about booking, that's gonna care about the ideas. And I feel like Cody's might be a cheat code. I'll give you this one. Bailey. I feel like I've seen early enough footage of Bailey being right by Triple H's side to be like, at this point, she'd probably be a great producer and a great booker. Like, I feel like she probably has learned enough from Triple H and loves the sport enough to know who would probably work great with who, start to finish in a show, and have a great night. I trust Bailey. I trust Bailey. And it's often the people that maybe don't get as much shine as they should that end up being great bookers. You know, the Tommy Dreamers, the DDPs, the Triple H's, even though Triple H had a great run. Um, yeah, I think I trust Bailey. I trust Bailey to put it together.
I actually really love that. Might be the best answer I think you've ever given to one of my questions. And it's not because I'm a Bailey stan, but that explanation might be one of the best explanations you've ever given to an answer of mine or to a question of mine.
Mm.
I really like that answer. I wasn't thinking Bailey, but now you might have actually swung me.
Yeah, she's a sleeper. She's a sleeper. Bailey's not really heavily thought about, but I just remember part of me, I don't know why, don't ask me why, but part of me remembers seeing Bailey like in Gorilla with Triple H, like being really into what was going on. And I feel like that long ago when I remember that, she probably has held much more of that now.
Yeah, and such a student of the game too since she first came in.
Truly, and she hasn't stopped improving. You know, she might not find her way there faster than, you know, as fast as others, but it doesn't discredit her mind at all, you know?
No.
What wrestler would you feel like would keep your darkest secret? I thought this was funny.
Which wrestler would keep my darkest secret?
And this is current too. I feel like it's easier if it's back in the day because they had a lot of secrets. But I feel like today, I don't know. This is less trustworthy.
Like, is the dark? All right. So, in context, is the dark secret something goofy, like I'm scared of spiders, or is the dark secret something that's like really like, if it came out, it would be something like damn, he really did that?
I think it being a horrendous secret makes it a better question to answer.
Okay.
If it's like, you know, I still pee the bed every now and then it's like,
yeah. All right. So
it's got to be a horrendous secret.
So if it's something from like 90s era secrets.
Yeah, like you punched a girl in the face at a bar 10 years ago, but nobody knows. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who are you trusting with that kind of a secret?
Oh, I got it.
Hey, what was it?
I got it. I think there's actually a few names that come to mind when I think of that, but see, now I'm stuck between two people. So I'm just gonna go with my gut initially because I feel like this dude isn't gonna say anything because he respects old school. So he respects the old school values. I'm gonna go Karrion Kross on this one.
Karrion Kross.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
That's left field. Okay.
I'm gonna go. I don't know why Karrion Kross came to mind because if it was something goofy, I was gonna say Otis.
Oh yeah, maybe Otis. Yeah.
But no, like if it's like if I did something really messed up,
yeah,
I'm gonna say Kross. Maybe even. Oh, actually, no. I take it back. Can I take it back?
But yeah, take it back. We don't trust Kross.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah, that's a great pick. That's a
Joe.
Great pick.
Mainly
Samoa
because
Joe is gonna keep your secret.
Mainly because Samoa Joe is probably the one who saved me when I did it.
He's probably the one that checked you. Yeah, he's probably the one that checked you and got you out of it.
So I'm definitely gonna take Samoa Joe.
That. You know who's a great pick? And I know we're not doing the answer each other's questions. Dustin Rhodes probably would be a great pick too. I feel like Dustin has a lot of secrets that nobody knows.
Now, yes.
Dustin now. Yeah, not Dustin then, but Dustin now. I feel like it keeps some secrets. Like,
All
oh
right.
man, that was effed up, but I know I did some stuff too, so I'll keep
Yeah.
quiet. It's safe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I
If
like
we're
some
going,
Ocho though. Great
if,
answer.
if we're going legends, then man, we got some legends to go through. Maybe that's the next one we do.
But
The next one,
Dustin's current. Dustin's current though, so it
yeah,
might
but maybe
still
that's the
work.
next one we do. The next one we do is legends.
Legends. I could definitely see that. I could definitely do legends.
All right. So my last one for you, back to the serious topic here.
Mhm.
Which wrestler headlines the 2025 Hall of Fame?
Does it have to be current now? Since we're talking about Hall of
No,
Fame?
this one's not current. This one is. We need people.
2025 Hall of Fame.
We're inducting. It's WrestleMania season. We're inducting somebody in the Hall of Fame. Who are we induct? Who's the headliner we're inducting?
Right. Who was last year? Last year was Paul and did Dave go last year?
No,
Did Umaga go last year?
no.
Trying to see who else is on the board. Did Paige go in yet?
No.
Y'all making mistakes. I'm gonna pick a first ballot because I feel like if I pick anybody else, who should go in the hall? Let me think of somebody nobody's gonna think of that probably deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Actually, since this is like fantasy answering and is what I feel, I'm gonna actually double back and say should probably put Dustin in there.
Okay.
I put Goldust in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Goldust has been Goldust for forever. Do you know what I'm saying?
He was always a staple.
He's been a staple since WCW.
Mm-hmm.
And his work in early Goldust is great, but I think the better story is him growing out of all of his demons and becoming an even better wrestler and a more beloved character as much more of himself as Goldust.
Mm-hmm.
And not to count, all the championships he's gathered over the time, but I think his story in general is a Hall of Fame story. And what a perfect time with Cody on the run that he's on to induct Dustin into the Hall of Fame and give him his flowers. Like before there was a Cody, there was a Dustin, there was a Goldust. There was a guy, having brawls with Roddy Piper. That is the same guy that can go today that probably would have better matches than he had then.
Mm-hmm.
And is probably a better man than he was then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely give it to Dustin.
I respect that.
I think I got one more.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't have any serious ones, but I do have another funny one. What wrestler would you defend in court?
Which wrestler would I defend in court? Current wrestler would I defend in court?
Let me spice it up. I'm gonna add some on the extra because you can't just. I feel like that's an easy choice. It's got to be something that they did, right?
Okay.
Which wrestler would you defend in court that's been accused of murder? Who do you say that person definitely didn't do it, and I will get up on the stand and defend them myself?
That person definitely didn't do it, and I will get up on the stand and defend them myself.
There's a lot of people that might have did it.
Yeah, and there's probably a lot of people that are coming to mind that definitely wouldn't do it. I don't really. It's not that I think that some of these people are capable of murder. It's just I'm trying to pick the easiest person to defend because they definitely didn't do it. Because a lot of them probably could do it with their bare hands.
Yeah. Anybody in AEW did it. Anyway.
Yeah, so we can eliminate
I've seen that
AEW
show,
right off the
right?
bat.
I can't say Swerve. I'm not defending Swerve in court, man. They might have too
No.
much evidence. Those hangman
Um,
matches, man, they don't prove well.
You know what? I'm gonna go a guy and a girl here to make it easy.
A
Okay?
guy and a girl, okay.
Yeah. So for the guys, I'm defending Otis. You look at that face.
Oh
And
god, but
tell
he's such
me-
a massive man, though.
That is a massive man who would not hurt a fly. Would he break your back giving you a hug? Possibly. But he is not capable of murder. He would not hurt a fly.
Okay.
Unless you're messing with his peach, in which case then maybe he did it, but his peach isn't around, so he didn't do it.
Okay.
And for the women, she's done some heinous things being a part of a group, but I think the friends were just a bad influence on her. So, actually, you know what? I'm not even picking her. Never mind. I take that back. Maxine is not capable of murdering.
Maxine.
Yeah, I was gonna.
You went with the alpha people. You went the American alphas. The American alphas wouldn't hurt a fly.
I was gonna say Dakota Kai.
No, she might have did it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
kidding.
but yeah, Maxine Dupree is not capable of hurting anybody. I mean, well, she is probably, but
Probably.
Maxine Dupree is probably one of the, on the surface, looks like one of the nicest people you could ever talk to. So I'm just gonna go with Max. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna hurt nobody. But no, Maxine Dupree, and we're gonna go with Otis. We're gonna save the Alpha Academy people. Sorry, Tozawa, but maybe I'll defend you another time.
Tozawa might have did it.
Tozawa might have did it.
Okay. I thought to myself, if it was a guy, maybe I'd defend oh my god, I just had him and then I lost him. Too late. He's gone. He's gone out of my mind. I had him and then I lost him because you said Otis, and that totally took me by surprise. I was not expecting Otis.
That man will eat everything in your house, but he will not harm you.
That's a great choice. I'm not mad at Otis. I'm not mad. He's just massive. It's a tough argument.
Hey,
It's a tough argument.
That is a giant, lovable teddy bear. Otis would not hurt a fly.
He's the kindest man on the planet. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
He wouldn't kill anybody. I've known that guy for 5 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
He eats all my snacks, but he is innocent, damn it.
He is innocent. Thank you guys for joining us. This has been What Wrestler Would You? I'll leave the people with one.
Okay.
People that are watching this, the people of the internet. What wrestler would you take home to mom? What wrestler do you see on that roster be like, my mom would love that person to be with me? That would be their perfect choice. Unfortunately, you can't answer until you subscribe, but please do answer. Maybe leave a like, maybe hit a link. There's stuff down there to mess around with, and leave us your comments. Leave us some questions of your own. We do enjoy playing the game. That is part of why we do the episode. It is just as fun for us as hopefully it is for you. I hope you've enjoyed watching as much as we've enjoyed delivering it to you. I am your boy, Stevie Jobber.
I'm your boy, Dangerous Duke.
And as always, stay up, stay blessed, and Duke,
stay dangerous.
People have been asking me,
To be the best in the world.
why, Eddie, why?